What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Darian's Competitive Pokemon, back with another product review video today, talking about Monster Protectors, Monster Binders. I love these things. I've been using them for years, pretty much since I started playing the Pokemon trading card game competitively, so I've got a lot of experience with these Monster Protector binders. I've used a few other binders as well, so I do have some perspective to give also. But if you are serious about playing, the Pokemon trading card game or any trading card game for that matter, I do highly recommend Monster Protectors, Monster Binders. These things are super sweet. I love the look of them. I mean, just the holographic scale thing they got going on is very unique, very eye-catching. And just they do keep nice. I mean, they last a while as well. But I will talk about some of the durability issues that I have found with Monster Protector binders, and just some other, things that they might be lacking as compared to some other binders in the grand scheme of things. But I wanted to get my hands on one of these to be able to open for you all on Darian's Competitive. And then I also have some other monster binders that I have used for a while, so I could show you kind of how they wear over time, and also just some other examples of colors. You can see right off the bat, this holographic version is so cool. I just love the scales. They are holographic. It's got this like kind of texture to it. It feels like a holographic card or something that you might have gotten out of like a cereal box or something like that as a child, that you would like tilt it and you would see different kinds of pictures on it. It feels like that. Now you can see when we open it, the spine is very thin. Now this spine does expand. The binder expands and gets bigger as you use it over time. As you put more cards into it, it does get bigger. But look at that, look at that move on the front cover. I just think that is so sick, so neat. I love the logo. I think the logo is sick too. Just looks super, super dope. So I definitely, highly recommend these products as far as just from an appealing standpoint. These things are eye-catching and they're very pretty to look at. When we open the inside, we can see the binding is just this plastic here, but the plastic is malleable. It expands and grows over time too. The binding, from my experience, is very strong, and I wouldn't expect it to rip or anything like that. Now, here comes the fun part. As we open the pages here, you could hear that. Oh yeah, that is beautiful, huh? Just that new plastic. You could smell it. Smells like fresh plastic, straight out the factory. That is pretty neat. But each page does need to kind of be peeled out like that. And these things are just fresh. Fresh binders, and I really do enjoy them. This is a 9-pocket version. They also come in 4-pocket versions and little 2-pocket versions as well. I don't actually like the 2-pocket version very much, but I do love the 9-pocket version and the 4-pocket version, both for various different things. The 9-pocket version, this can store a lot of cards here. Let's see, how many pages do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 pages. And then on each page, we could store 18 cards. So let's do a little bit of math here, see what we could do. 19 times 18, right? Because 9 times 2 is 18. Yep, 18. So you can store 342 cards in it. That's quite a big amount. I do, think that these could just store a lot of your EXs and GXs, things like that. I keep mine in it particularly. Let's show, first of all, how these cards fit into the sleeves. I've pulled out some cards here that are single. These are the perfect fit sleeves. So these are perfect fits, and in a perfect fit sleeve, you can see there that Tauros fits in just right. It doesn't really hang out of the edge there, and I do like that a lot as far as the fit goes. I have just been very pleased with how perfect fit sleeves do fit in the Monster Binder. Now, for my own collection, I don't use sleeves when I put my cards into the Monster Binder, just because I think the binder does a good enough job protecting the cards that I play with. I do, however, put my collecting cards. These are cards that I'm collecting. You can see, the first edition gym, leaders. These are my collection cards. I'm trying to keep these very nice, so I will put them in perfect sleeves. Perfect fit sleeves as well. So I just think these look super slick. They fit very nice. The fit is very good too, and just is a beautiful binder. I mean, I love the black border around the cards too. It just gives the cards a very striking look. But the cards, they fit perfectly well in here without the perfect fit sleeves too. I have found that if you do use sleeves that are a little bit too bulky, so say you're putting like a dragon shield sleeve in here or something, let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. If you're using sleeves that are a little bit too bulky, over time you can stretch out the pockets, and that's a little bit annoying there. You can see the dragon shield, though it does fit in, it does stick out a little bit, and especially with time you will see that the edge of that does stick out, and that irritates me. I don't like it, because then when you have multiple dragon shields next to each other, then you got one over here, and then with the one over there and the one over there, I don't like how I don't like how it looks as much. That to me is troublesome. It also will stretch out the sleeve a little bit and just make it so that it doesn't hold the cards quite as tightly. So I definitely prefer to use non-sleeved cards in these binders. You can see I have a couple non-sleeved cards here. I just will put an EX or a GX just straight in. Feel like it gets plenty of protection in there, and they don't slide out. I have not had any issues with cards sliding out of my binders, even though I'll throw them in backpacks and things like that. Now, one thing that is worth noting about the Monster binder is that it doesn't have, first of all, look at that. That is sweet. I mean, you can see with the holographic and the yellow one, at least, you could see through the front page, and that is just gorgeous. I think that looks absolutely amazing, being able to see your cards there through the reflection. But something that is lacking is that it doesn't have that strap. Some of the Ultra Pro binders, even the Dex Protection binders that I've seen, do have that strap that just goes about here and keeps your binder closed so that you could throw it into your bag and not worry about, your binder opening in a bag or a suitcase or something like that. I don't really mind missing the strap. I just am careful when I put my binder into a backpack. A lot of times I'll just slide the Monster binder into a laptop sleeve or something like that. And if you put it into the laptop part of the backpack, it's not going anywhere, and you are going to, be fine as far as your binder goes. Now, I have run into some problems as far as I've had the corners of these Monster binders crack before. They are plastic, and if you do put it into a backpack carelessly, the corners can crack. You could bend this and crack it. Also, that these sides could separate. I've had that happen as well. But so long as you treat it with a reasonable amount of care, you shouldn't be having those problems. You can put it, like I said, in a laptop sleeve. It's going to be the safest place for it. And then I just think that Monster binders just look, so stunning that to me, it's worth the extra care it takes to take care of a Monster binder, just to make sure that my cards look super nice. As far as a binder to collect cards in, I love these. Now, if you're going to be bringing trades around to a tournament, I love the smaller Monster protector. And this is the 4-pocket here. So if we open the 4-pocket binder, is just a great option for carrying some cards around to tournaments. Like I said, if you want to trade or something like that, it's just nice. It easily just slides into your backpack or maybe a drawstring bag. I also love the matte finish on these two. This is a very new Monster binder here, so it does have that matte finish. So it still does have some of these pages sticking together. That'll happen, over time. They get worn and they eventually, come apart easier. But I do like the matte finish as compared to the holographic too. I think the matte just looks super nice, and I love the 4-pocket. It's just a smaller binder, easier to take care of. You don't have to worry about it as much, and I just think fits very well into a smaller bag. And so if you want to bring some trades around, I do highly recommend the 4-pocket too. I really like that. I personally keep my collection as far as cards that I use in decks. I keep it in, this is my binder here, and you can just see what it looks like. This is a relatively new monster binder here, but I'm going to be showing off an older one too that's been used for years to show you what one looks like with some wear and tear. But you could just see how beautiful a collection looks in this monster binder. Really, the cards look stunning. Now, these are not sleeved, and that's just how I keep my cards that I use in decks. I mean, what is the point of sleeving, a Versus Seeker that is just going to end up looking like that? I mean, honestly, these are the cards that I play in decks. So they do easily come out. I love that they have the side loading, sleeves as well. So, they're easier. They stay in the binder much easier. I don't like the top down binder sleeves that some products will have, but you could just see, I think these binders just really do an excellent job of just showing off your collection, making the cards really pop off the page with that black border. I really do love that. They're stitched together well. Just the construction of these binders is really top notch, and I've had nothing but positive experiences with them. Like I said, you do have to be careful, just since they don't have that strap. You don't want them falling apart in your bag or something like that. So put it in a laptop sleeve or something, and that'll do just fine. Now, this is my friend Natalie's binder. You can see here, just to compare it to the new monster binder, you could see how much that spine will expand over time, and that's good because the more cards you put in it, you want your binder to grow with it. This one is years old. I mean, this thing has been used for a long time. I know Natalie has been keeping her collection in here for some time, but you can see it comes with the white pages too, not just the black finish. But I can show you over time, this is something that will happen to monster binders. You can see here that this is starting to break here down at the corner. Also at the top, it's starting to rip. This is after years and years of use though. This binder is an old binder, but you can still see the white pages. I mean, this is just a beautiful looking binder. I really do love that. You can see they start to rip here as well. Sometimes between the sleeves will start to tear, but that's just, kind of normal wear and tear for a binder. I wouldn't expect my binder that I spent $30 on. These 9-pocket binders retail for about $25 to $30. Sometimes if you're lucky, you might be able to find it for $20. And the smaller ones retail for like $15 to $20. So, I wouldn't expect a binder that I spent $30 on to last me, years and years and years of wear and tear. But this one, this binder's still kicking here. It does have some little rips there in the pockets, as you've seen, but it's just a beautiful example. I do love the white outline too. Just really shows off the cards and makes them look just absolutely stunning. So I really do love these binders for the appearances and also the functionality. I never have problems with my cards falling out of a monster binder. They keep the cards nice and snug, and I do recommend, don't use sleeves that are any thicker than a perfect fit sleeve. If you just keep it to perfect fits alone or no sleeves, you're going to have a lot of success with these because you won't stretch out the pockets at all, and the cards will just stay nice and snug in there, for a long period of time. With a lot of, in and out, they still stay snug there. They don't wear out very easily just from taking cards in and out. They really last a long time. So that's it for my review of monster binders. I highly recommend them. It's just very nice, high quality binders to use if you're a competitive trading card game player, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon trading card, what have you. I think they're beautiful binders. I use them for my own collection, so that, probably speaks to how much I really believe in these things and care about them as products. They do need replaced every, year or two or a couple of years, but, just the quality that you get and how good your cards look in them is really just worth the price to me. So thank you all for watching the video. Let me know what you think of monster binders in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.